All right, so I keep telling you guys that they want this Middle Eastern property, okay? They want it because it's all about the energy, and I could show you just from something as simple as the way the birds fly in precision in big flocks, starlings. I have 5 of them. I'm well acquainted with the species. I know what they're doing, and I can prove to you that those are vortexes that they're outlining by being inside them. When we went into Baghdad, remember they said it was shock and awe. That's it's really the Hebrew word shekinah, which is the female destroyer. They want to steal the property so that they can say that it's theirs. They want to get rid of anything that says it was somebody else's. Basically, it's stealing somebody's car and putting a new VIN number on it and putting new plates on it, saying, oh, no, this is mine. They've done this over and over and over again. So let's look at this from 2005, thanks to the guy that saved it. It says, another successful landmark has been reached in the occupation of Iraq. The World's Monument Fund has just placed the countries on its list of 100 most endangered sites. Widespread looting, military occupation, artillery fire, vandalism, blah, blah, blah. This is the first time the fund has ever put a whole nation on its list. So it represents a singular accomplishment for the Bush administration. This has nothing to do with the Bush administration. It has to do with Israel stealing that property. Jacob is Marduk. Marduk is Saturn. And when you look at Jacob in the biblical sense, stealing the birthright from his brother, okay? And then you look at the movie with Robin Williams, the fuck what just died, the movie that he starred in called Jacob the Liar. Do you think that was by chance? The destruction began as Baghdad fell. Words disappeared instantly. Simply blinked off the screen of Iraqi history, many of them forever. First, there was the looting of the National Museum that took care of some of the earliest works on clay, including possibly cuneiform, which is a very ancient Babylonian, Mesopotamian language and alphabet, with missing parts of the Epic of Gilgamesh. See, there's Gilgamesh, remember? That stupid thing where the Mesopotamians, that video I did with the cartoon, Gilgamesh was one of the 4 guys. Soon after, the great libraries and archives of the capital went up in flames, and the books, letters, government documents, ancient Qurans, religious manuscripts, sketchings back century, all those not pressed into clay or etched on stone or engraved or on metal, just words and precious and perishable, all commonplace paper vanished forever. This has nothing to do with oil. It has to do with the energy I keep telling you about. Let's see. It says, worse yet, the looting of antiquity objects not only never ended, but seems to have accelerated from well-organized gangs of grave robbers to American engineers building bases for American soldiers, taking souvenirs, the ancient inheritance, not just of the Americans, but it has simply headed south. According to Reuters, more than 1,000 Iraqi objects of antiquity have been confiscated at American airports. Priceless cylinder seals are evidently selling online on eBay for a few $100s a piece, blah, blah, blah. You get it. This is all about erasing history so that they can rewrite it. It's the same bullshit they did in England. It's the same bullshit they did in America. This has been done over and over and over. And they're going to do it with Syria. I hope whoever the father is comes back and just whoops that ass, because I know biblically they got one coming to them for doing this kind of stuff. Exactly doing this type of stuff. They're just marauders. They're just like the Phoenicians. They just go in, destroy, and take and plunder, and then that's it. Just fucking kill everybody and anybody. I'll tell you, I've about had it with this rivalry of the King James Bible. Oh, there's good stuff in it. I don't think they're talking about who you think they're talking about. The winner writes the history. Okay? Not the loser. And the loser sometimes is the good guy. So always keep that in the back of your mind when you're weighing this stuff in your head. Sometimes the loser is the good guy, and the bad guy gets to write the history. That's what's happening right here. So just keep that in mind. I can go more into depth if you want me to on this stuff, and I can show you definite connections to some popular pieces of photography from Abu Ghraib prison in Iraq and another place with a very similar name, and you'll see the two are very, very closely connected. But for right now, just understand the word shock and awe, remember the bombing, was Shekinah. It's the Hebrew female destroyer. This is such, I mean, dude, this is like a Stephen King novel times a million. Because I can actually see this shit unfolding, yet there's nothing I can do about it except try and show you guys. Unless, of course, you want to listen to that asshole that tells you, stop feeding the machine. And the other dude that runs around telling everybody they're a dumb goyim and does nothing to help them get smarter, except talking riddles, which helps absolutely nobody.